How hard does Tank hit?
Surprisingly, not hard. And I know Rolly said this before, and a lot of people that have gotten hit by him say that he doesn't have a hard punch. He has pinpoint accuracy that if it hits you and you don't see it coming, you're going to get dropped and you're going to get hurt. You know, so he's being subtle. You know, you don't know when it could come, and then when it comes, it's too late. So I would say his punching power is average, but he has deceptive power. I mean, deceptive shots that will catch you if you're not paying attention all the time.
Ryan Garcia says, for the record, that Gervonta Davis, he doesn't really hit that hard. Ryan Garcia gets knocked out by Gervonta Davis, but says he don't hit that hard. That's what I want to talk about in this video. Let's talk about it. Hold up, Fight World, it's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, y'all know I had to make a video about this one. Ryan Garcia fight week, he's fighting Oscar Duarte, a knockout puncher, or at least according to his record, hasn't really fought the big names, but Ryan Garcia is his biggest name. And to be honest, I don't really like fights like this for a person like Ryan Garcia, because your opponent, he has all the upside. And Ryan Garcia, they're building him out to be a star, has a big social media following. And I just feel like in situations like this, it's a lot more for your opponent to gain than you ever will for a matchup like this. But Golden Boy, they got to keep the show rolling. And Ryan owes him more fights. They don't really have anyone else for him to fight. So they made this fight. It is what it is. So as Ryan Garcia prepares for Duarte, he's doing his promotional thing, and he's been doing some interviews. In one of his interviews, he talked about Gervonta Davis, the Tank Davis fight, and recently he's talked about a rematch. Me personally, I'm not really feeling the need for a rematch. The first fight, like, my thing is this, I'm old school, call me old school, and I don't really believe in rematches when the first fight was decided and clear, no controversy, no premature stoppage, nothing to like question. It was clear cut who the victor was, who was in control. That's what Ryan Garcia fighting Tank was. I knew it before the fight. I told you before the fight. I announced that who would win the fight, and I was right. Ego Stradamus strikes again. So for me, I feel like to even talk about a rematch, you got to do a lot. And like, because anytime you take a loss, it knocks you off the ladder. So I feel like you have to come back, work yourself back through the rankings, do a bit more, and like basically look killer to the point where people are going to be asking for a rematch. Like, what if? I feel like with 0 fights since, I mean, he's fighting this weekend, but it hasn't happened as of me recording this video. So with no fights, no big name fights, then there's really no desire for a rematch with Tank. You would have to fight the winner of Regis Prograis, Devin Haney, and knock him out, or, and you know, just like do some tune-ups and then do something like that. And then, you know, maybe fight a Shakur Stevenson, and then people maybe will start talking about a Gervonta Davis fight. But for me, like I said, I'm old school. I don't really need it if I don't need it. But anyway, Ryan Garcia says that Tank don't hit that hard. I'm just paraphrasing. He says that Tank Davis is more of a pinpoint accuracy type of fighter, but the punches aren't that hard. And he mentioned, he like prefaced this by saying, oh, other people have said it, like Rolly. Man, I don't know what it is about Gervonta Davis, but Gervonta Davis got people capping. I truly believe that. I mean, Rolly said he don't hit that hard. I believe Hector Luis Garcia said he didn't hit that hard. And now Ryan Garcia is saying he don't hit that hard. I understand and can respect that they've been in the ring with them, but I don't believe it, bro. The track record speaks for itself. You don't have, literally everybody that Gervonta Davis has fought has met the same ending, aside from 2 people. And that was Esau Pitbull Cruz and some other dude that went like a 6-rounder. So outside of Pitbull Cruz, I don't really even count that. I don't really count that because, like, okay, a guy survived for 6 rounds, but this was like a young Gervonta Davis. Who knows what his training camp and resources were like? You know, who knows how hard he was working in the gym? And beyond that, it's only 6 rounds. I mean, look at women's boxing when they have the 2-minute rounds and they don't do 12 championship rounds. They might have a 10-round bout. It's harder to get the stoppage for Clarissa Shields or Katie Taylor or whoever because you have less time to actually do it, right? That's just common sense. So if you only have 6 rounds instead of like 10 or 12, that's literally half. 12 minus 6 is 6. So some guy lasted 6 rounds, good job. But the other person that went 12 with Gervonta Davis is Pitbull Garcia. He's pretty tough and durable. He comes from Mexico. But let's not forget that Gervonta Davis had a noticeable hand injury in that particular fight. He literally abandoned throwing that punch. So Pitbull Cruz might just have a hard head and he messed up his hand throwing heat on Pitbull Cruz's cranium. You know what I mean? So outside of 2 people, they all got hurt from him. And Pitbull Cruz might have been hurt. He just probably has a poker face. Or the guy that went 6 rounds with Gervonta Davis could have been hurt and dropped down. You know, I'd have to look back into that specific fight. So Gervonta's track record is speaking for him. And that's the great thing about life. In life, when you're great at what you do, the people, your record, your reputation will precede you. And it doesn't really matter what people say. The real knows what it is. And no matter what Ryan Garcia and Rolly and all these guys are saying about Tank's power, I mean, people are still lining up to watch Tank fight. LeBron James is still coming to Tank's fights. And Magic Johnson and all these people are talking and tweeting after Tank fights. So despite Ryan saying he ain't got no power, the world just doesn't believe it, clearly, because he's still a major earner and face of boxing in Gervonta Davis. Now, as far as Ryan Garcia particularly, another reason why that becomes hard to believe is if he doesn't have power, then why'd you stay down? Like, what would be because it looked like Ryan Garcia literally could get up, but he didn't. So what would keep you on bended knee like Boys to Men? I'm down on bended knee. Like, that doesn't, like, when people say, that's what I'm saying. Some boxers, they say some things and it just sounds delusional. Like, I can't think of another delusional. Can't think of many other words to suggest it. And that could be just part of the temperament of being a boxer. Like, you don't want to admit defeat. You know, you're such a warrior. So you have a foolish, stubborn pride. So you're not going to admit when you're wrong. You're not going to, it has to be some other reason why you lost. Like, oh, my ribs were hurting. Or I got hurt in sparring. Or I didn't train my hardest. It's like the boxers, sometimes they come up with all these various things to like keep out of their brain and like not face the music of why they truly lost. For me, that type of delusion is actually detrimental to growth, because a lot of people do this just in general with life. They be like, oh, I can't get a job because they don't want me to survive, or they don't want me to thrive, or the government or the president or my mom, my dad, or whoever you want to blame. A teacher talked trash to me and said I'll never be nothing. If you think like that, you are in for it. Life doesn't care. Life is not going to baby and coddle you. So that's just a bad way to look at life. To look at life from the exterior and feel like everyone's out to get you and everyone's trying to hold you back and the man and this, it's just not the way to go about it. But if you internalize whatever, like, hey, I can't get a job, maybe I'm showing up late. Maybe I'm stuttering and stammering in the interview. Maybe I stink and I need to take a shower. You know, who knows? Maybe I need to improve my resume or work another job and stick to it and be consistent. Whatever the situation is, it doesn't have to just be everyone else's problem. So when you take on the problem and realize you're the problem, you'll get further in life. And I think that's what Ryan Garcia should do here. You lost. You could say he don't have power, but we all watch you stay down. We all watch you get dropped. You know, and he's saying it's from accuracy. But if there's no power behind the accuracy, why are you going down? Why are you staying down? For me, that makes very little sense. Like, I get, okay, let's say it was a flash knockdown. Boom. Someone got accuracy. but there's no power, no pop, then why would you stay down, or why would you even necessarily go down even if they had good timing? You know what I mean? So we know what it is, and we know with Tank, people just don't want to give him credit. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Best in the business, and it's not even close. Your one-stop shop for all your boxing news. Smash the like button, hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss a thing. I'm the king of YouTube boxing. It's over, and I'm out. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation.